Hey guys, how's it going? So, today I am going to do a first impression let's play review of a game called Smalland Survive the Wilds. I actually need to check how much the game costs. I think it's $30, I believe. The developers sent me a key for the game, so thanks to the developers for making this review possible today, but yeah, the game is $30. Now, as always, we will be playing the game for an hour or more, until I am satisfied that I can give you my opinion on the game and whether or not the game is actually worth $30. If you are in a hurry and you don't have a lot of time, you can simply skip to the last 10 minutes or so of the video where I will give you my quick, concise, final opinion on the game. But otherwise, you can just stay tuned and we will be playing through the game and I will be giving you my running commentary and I will be telling you what I think is good about the game and what I think is bad about the game as we play through the game today. So, a couple of issues before we actually even get into the game. The game only has two display modes. The one display mode is exclusive full screen, so literally exclusive full screen, and then the other display mode is windowed mode. So those are the only two display modes that are available: windowed mode and exclusive full screen. So the game is missing two very important display modes. The one is borderless full screen, which I normally play on. I normally use borderless full screen, so that mode is not available in the game at all. And then borderless windowed mode is also not available in the game either. So the display options, quite honestly, are abysmal. It's really bad that the game doesn't have borderless full screen or borderless windowed mode. This is actually how the game looks right now. This is literally how I am now forced to play the game, because you either have to choose between this mode, which like I say, that it has the white bar at the top and you can accidentally click the close button and all of that kind of stuff. That is literally what windowed mode is. But I am editing the view with my OBS. So even though the game looks nice on your screen, do remember that you either have to play the game like this with the white bar at the top, or you have to play on exclusive full screen, which is not good. I don't like exclusive full screen. Exclusive full screen is probably the worst display mode in my opinion, because anytime that you want to alt tab or anything like that, your entire fucking PC freaks out if you are not running the game on native resolution while playing on exclusive full screen. So that's bad. It's really, there are no bloody excuses for the game not having borderless windowed mode or borderless full screen mode available. It's really, really terrible. Like 95% of games that I play in the past 2-3 years have borderless full screen, at least borderless full screen available as a display option, and this fucking game does not have that. So that's bad. That's really Like I say, that's quite bad. Another thing that is bad is the fact that the game does not have confine mouse cursor to window. It's a quality of life setting that, quite honestly, all games should have, which stops your mouse cursor from leaving the game window. And right now, the game does not have that. So you literally, well, if you have a dual screens or multiple screens, your mouse will constantly be going off the side of the screen and onto your second screen, and there's nothing you can do about it. So the game definitely needs a confine mouse cursor to window toggle. It's really quite important, and the game doesn't have that. So not good overall. Honestly, the display options are not good. The game does have DLSS and AMD FSR. I have FSR. I have DLSS on right now because I have to run the game at 4K resolution, as you can see over here. So I mean, my PC is powerful. It has a 3080 RTX, but right now here in the menu, the game is maxing out my graphics card. Literally, my graphics card is running at 310 watt of power consumption, and that is the maximum that a 3080 RTX can do. So it's literally, this game is right now, even with DLSS on, it is maxing out my computer, which is not good. That is quite a lot worse than Cyberpunk 2077 even is. And we are in the fucking main menu. Like, no game, in my opinion, should in the main menu be able to max out your computer. In the fucking main menu, it's maxing out my computer, which is just absolutely insane. But anyway, so yeah, not good. Not a good start at all. So you get a, holy crap, this thing spins fast. You get a character creator at the beginning. Let's have a look. Strenuous. What the hell is strenuous? And what is Ruben? Okay, so Ruben is fat apparently. And then strenuous. What's the difference between male and strenuous? It's just a little bit bigger, basically. Okay, that's weird. Anyway, we will take female, even though that face does not look like a bloody female to me. Like, literally, when you choose male, female, the face does not change at all. So anyway, female. Head. Female. Can we zoom in? Yes, we can zoom in. Female, regular, gentle, strong. Let's take gentle. I don't like the face too much, but I like it more than the regular one. Ears. It looks fine. Don't care about any of that. And antennae. Let's take the smaller antennae. Unfortunately, you can't choose to not have antennae. There's no options to not have antennae. And then you get given a very small selection of colors. Like, why don't they allow you to choose any color that you wish? Like, why do they limit it to 5 different colors? That's not good in my opinion. Hair. Wow, these are some very small amount of choices. The game does have hair physics a little bit. Quite honestly, the hair choices are quite bad, actually. Here you get given a lot of choices. Why can't you be given this many choices on the antennae color? But even with that being said, here you should also be allowed to choose what you want. Like, that you should be able to choose purple or neon green. You should be able to change the saturation, all of that kind of stuff. You know, the fact that you can't really choose the color that you want, like if I wanted a shocking pink or a neon pink hairstyle right here, the game does not allow you to have that at all, so that's bad. I can't zoom in more than this, so I can't even see my eyes that well, to be honest. Look at that, I can't even see the pupils that well. And these are also a very few choices with regards to the tattoos, and then on top of that you can't even change the color of the tattoos. Like, you only get 3 choices and you can't even change the color of the choices. That's fucking weak, to be honest. Like, it would have been better if they didn't even give you a choice there, to be honest. I don't like survival mechanics, so I'm going to disable the survival mechanics completely. I do not enjoy survival mechanics. Okay, let's see. I like the fact that they allow you to disable the survival mechanics. That is one thing. I recently reviewed another game called Sunken Land, something like that. And one of my criticisms of that game was that you aren't given the choice to disable the survival mechanics, because in my opinion, in any survival game that has survival mechanics, you should be allowed to disable or reduce it. Plenty of games do, like I've also played 7 Days to Die, for instance. Icarus, I also did a review recently of Icarus, which also has survival mechanics, and those games allow you to reduce or remove the survival mechanics. So it's definitely good that they allow you to do that. They're stuttering like crazy. Hopefully it's only at the beginning of the game. There's a crouch, sprint, hold F2, auto pickup, dodge is control, and jump is spacebar, and then jump is spacebar. Like, why do they say jump is spacebar twice? What's the point of that? Like, I understand, jump is spacebar, message received. You don't need to tell me twice. Okay, unfortunately the game does not have voice acting, so I'm not going to worry about the story of the game in the slightest. If the developers don't want to give you a good story and put a little bit of effort into the story, then I am not going to give two shits about the story. If the developers don't want to do effort, make a little bit of a effort, then I'm not gonna do either. Like in a $30 game, I would expect voice acting. This isn't a $5 or a $10 game. I don't care what those things say. So am I supposed to leave this place? Because this is a big bloody area, but I don't know, maybe this is literally a tutorial area that is devoid of any real content. You just have to walk out of here, I'm guessing. Okay, the game does not have repeated looting. I recently played Tribe. Let me have a look here what the game's exact name is. Tribe. Where is it now? Tribe Primitive Builder is the game's name. I just remembered Tribe. So in Tribe Primitive Builder, it's actually also a survival open world crafting building game like this one. In that game, they have repeated looting. Now, repeated looting is the same thing that Satisfactory has. If you've ever played Satisfactory, you can literally just hold the action button and anything you look at will get looted immediately. So this game does not have that, which is not good, since in these types of games you are going to be looting continuously. So it really should have continuous looting. It does have what it calls auto pickup, but that literally just loots the thing that you're looking at. You can't then move and loot something else continuously. It literally just loots the thing that you are looking at right now. The game has stuttering. The game just stuttered once again. Also, the game is really heavy on graphical power. I'm still looking at my graphics card and it's using 310 watts still. So even in the menu and even in the game uses 310 watts. That's an indication that the game is literally maxing out my PC and it's struggling to maintain 60 FPS. So even with the DLSS on performance mode, which is the lowest that you can put it, the game is still really struggling to maintain 60 FPS. So Let's reduce the scaling to 50%, see if that makes any difference. No, it didn't make any difference. Did it reduce the quality at all? Because it's still 310 watts of usage. Let's see. Reduce it even further. Nope. Still no difference. Absolutely no difference. So why isn't the resolution scaling working? What the hell? Let's turn off DLSS. See if that works. Ah, there we go. Now you can see that the resolution scaling is active. So for some reason, resolution scaling is not active when you have DLSS activated, which is stupid. Okay, now I have it on 70%, and we are still at 310 watts of usage, which is not good, obviously. The performance in this game is really bad, like, no jokes, it's bad. We are still 310. Right now, 300. How the hell? The game is actually now running at around 1080p, like literally 50% of 2160 is 1080p. So the game is actually running on lower than 1080p right now, and it's still using 310 watts. Like, I don't think I've ever seen a game that uses that much power at 1080p. Either the resolution scaling isn't accurate, this measurement isn't accurate, or the game has some terrible performance. Let's turn down the view distance. I can actually do this over here, and then you guys can see what I'm looking at. Let's do that. Okay, so then I can just do this. There we go. So now you guys can see what I'm seeing on my graphical monitor. So we are still at 300 watts of usage. What you're looking at the bottom graph, basically 311 watts of usage right there. So let's turn these down until we see a difference. You need to remember we're running the game at less than 1080p right now. Okay, so that didn't really make a difference. Texture will definitely make a difference, but I don't really want to turn the texture down. Okay, now we're at 285, 290. Okay, so that did actually make a difference. Post-processing, 280, 285, so that didn't really make a difference. I don't want to change view distance, and I don't really want to change texture quality. Anti-aliasing. Okay, that made a very slight difference. Audio visual quality. Okay, and we are at 270, so that also made quite a big difference. Okay, so how does the game look now? A little bit blurry now that I turned down the anti-aliasing. So let's turn up the resolution to 62%. And you can see there immediately again we shoot up to 300 watts of usage. The performance of this game is abysmal. Really, really abysmal. Let's see if we activate the DLSS mode again. Will that make a difference? So DLSS, like we've realized now, disables resolution scaling. So as we can see there, the game is now running at 310 again, so that's bad. The DLSS is actually giving us less of a performance improvement than the regular resolution scaling is. Okay, let's turn down the texture to medium. Now we are at 310 still all the way. Seriously, the performance of this game is terrible. Terrible, terrible. Seriously. Look at that. Still 310 watts of usage. I think the only way, without making the game look like dog shit, because we're already at medium quality and almost at 1080p, the only way to make the game not look dog shit is to drop it to a lower frame rate. Like, by doing that, we will gain a lot of performance. And frame rate, at least, is not so bad. Like, if you move quickly, you can see that the game is not running at 60 FPS, but like the majority of the time you won't really be able to notice it. And you can see there immediately we went from 310 watts to 225 watts, so a large improvement. So now we can go back up to 65. We can put the texture quality back up to high. I think we're gonna play like this at 30 FPS. But seriously, the performance of this game is like, seriously, no jokes, this might be the worst performing game that I've ever played. No jokes. Worse than Starfield. Worse than Cyberpunk 2077 when it released. Like, obviously I've played the Nouveau games that are worse, you know. Deliver Us Mars is the Nouveau game that ran absolutely terribly. What's the other one? It's a prison, I forgot. It's like a prison game. Something Protocol. Let me have a look in my library here quickly. Protocol. Callisto Protocol. That's the fucking game's name. Callisto Protocol has the Nouveau and it runs like it's not graphically demanding. The game just runs like dog shit. Like literally stuttering constantly because of the Nouveau. So that game ran the worst that I've ever seen, but that is because of the Nouveau. This game doesn't have the excuse of Denuvo. So you can't really even blame Denuvo for it. But otherwise than Denuvo games, this game, I'm quite serious, is the worst running game, the worst performing game that I have ever played. I've never maxed out my GPU in a game at 1080p. Like, never. It is insane how badly this game runs, seriously. The game runs okay at 30 FPS, but any game would run okay at 30 FPS. The game still has stuttering. I don't understand why the game has stuttering. Like, every now and then you guys will see stuttering, and I will definitely call it out when I see stuttering. The game should not stutter. Do I need to actually talk to these people or what? I was told to report to you for my assignment, but there's not even a marker on him or nothing like that. There's literally no marker or indicator or nothing. Like, doesn't the game have quest indicators? Cave just down the hill. The game doesn't have quest indicators. What the fuck? Like, do we have a quest log or something like that? Aim, blah blah blah. Emotes, inventory, crafting. V, oh, we must try V out. And Z as well, V and Z. Yeah, so the game has no journal or quest log or nothing like that. What's V? Oh. Okay, so it like reveals the stuff around you. And it looks like you can keep it on forever. That's pretty cool. I hate games where you have to constantly press the button, you know, like whatever, like a sense, like for instance in Tomb Raider you get a sense thing, in Witcher 3 you get a sense thing. Like, in those games you constantly fucking have to press the thing. I don't like that at all. This is much better. Them allowing you to simply keep it on permanently, that's a lot better. It makes finding resources much less of a chore. I don't really like the fact that it makes the world so ugly, you know? It's the same thing as in Starfield. In Starfield, when you use the scanner, your entire game, like they add a kind of a filter to the screen, making the game look shittier. They add a outline to the screen when using your scanner. Like, the game just looks shittier when using the scanner. And considering that you use the scanner in Starfield a lot, like for hours and hours you are going to have the scanner active in the game, I just do not understand the logic behind making the game look shittier when you are doing something like scanning or even using the sense thing, when it is something that you clearly are going to do a lot. It is a very, very important part of the game, so you're going to be using it a shitload. So why would you make the game look shittier? Like, the developers know that you are going to use the thing constantly because it's simply easier to find resources during using it. So I don't know. I just don't think it's a good idea at all to make the game look shittier. Like, you can maybe like do something like around her head, around her head, just make little circles, like kind of sensing telepathy circles appear, something like that. Just little subtle around her antenna, and that's it. Like, don't change the fucking color of the entire screen. That's really fucking stupid, like, honestly. And then also, what was it? Alt? No. There was another key. Wasn't it Alt? Z? Was it Z? Ah, Z. There we go. Okay, so the game has a first person as well. That's interesting. I don't think we will use the first person because third person is always better. Third person always gives you a better perspective and a wider field of view. But that's nice. I like the fact that they allow you to go third person and first person. Let me just take a drink here because my throat is getting a little bit rough. Okay. So you said the cave. Once again, there's no indicator. There's no quest, waypoint, or anything like that, which I find hilarious. So like I said, we don't give two shits about the story, because if the developers can't be asked to present the story and the game in a good way, with a little bit of voice acting, then I'm not going to invest myself and invest my time and all of that shit to reading a whole bunch of text. If the developers don't want to invest any fucking time in the story to make the story good, then I'm not going to invest any time to try to understand or explore or anything like that the story. Okay, so there's nothing there. Ryzen in the wall over there. Okay, so what, do I need to talk to you again? Okay. So, I have no idea where I should go right now. Holy shit, I completely would have missed this if I didn't have the sense thing. The resources in this game blend in very well. Like, look at that. You would never really say that there are resources. Like, it blends in very well. So I gained 1 level. How do we... Do I have these equipped already? Traveler's gauntlets, traveler's gauntlets. Okay, it looks like it. Crafting, do we want to craft anything? I don't know, the game hasn't given me a tutorial yet or anything like that. So don't you... Oh, there we go. Okay. So you get attributes that you can spend. Increases damage, increases speed, increases health, increases stamina, affects crafting. Everything is so little. I mean 0.5%, 1%. This is also 1%, 1%. Like, it is a tiny amount of improvement, to be honest. Also affects crafting. What that tells me so little about what the stat actually does. It's not even funny. That's like taking defense or something like that and then the stat saying affects defense. Like, what the fuck does it help if you say it affects defense or it affects crafting or something like that? Like, seriously, they really need to explain better what each of the stats actually do. Wood hatchet, okay, let's see if you can craft a wood hatchet. Does the game even have a fucking tutorial? Because, like, I don't think I've gotten a single tutorial thing yet. Like, not a crafting tutorial, not a stats tutorial. I mean, I leveled up and didn't get anything. Okay, so that one is 8 to 11. That one is 8 to 11. Okay, that's the same. Builder's hammer. Okay, we can take one of those. And then burn for a long time. Okay, so unfortunately it will run out eventually. I don't like stuff that runs out. I also see that the weapons and the tools have durability as well. I am not a fan of that in the slightest. I mean, like this, they don't even give you a tutorial to tell you that you should drag your tools to your toolbar or nothing like that. It literally seems like the game has no tutorial. And I don't like the fact that harvesting or collecting resources takes stamina. Like, that is completely unnecessary. I also don't like the fact that the resources aren't immediately deposited into your inventory when you chop down a tree. The resources should go into your inventory. Like, the fact that you spend time chopping down a tree and then you have to spend time running after your resources that are rolling away from you on the ground, that is not my idea of fun. Like, the game really looks shitty in this mode. Really, really. It spoils the game a little bit. Like, this looks nice. This looks really nice. I don't understand why the developers would spoil a nice looking game with this sense mode thing. This seems like a really, really bad design choice. I mean, Why didn't one of the developers say, okay, listen boys, do we really want to make the game look shitty? Like, is that really something we want to do? Do we actively want to make our game look shitty? Or like 20 or 30% of the time that the player is going to be playing the game? Is that seriously something we want to do? Like, I just don't understand that logic. Like, hey fellas, I've got a brilliant idea. Let's make our game look shitty 30% of the time. I'm assuming these things aren't aggressive, but I do probably need to kill them. Another game that I recently played is Smalland. Probably some of you have heard of... no, not Smalland. What's the name of the game? I forgot the name. It's like tiny something. I can't remember, but it's a relatively popular game, like this game. And yeah, I did not like that game, to be honest. But in that game as well... Oh shit, it's level 9. Will I be able to kill something that is level 9? I'm only level 2. Oh, you're level 8. Okay, let's see if you can kill a level 8, maybe. Hopefully the other one doesn't attack me as well. Hopefully. Unless there's some that are lower level. Let's do the level 9. Okay, that's easy. Holy shit, it's fast. Can it go through the water? No, it can't go through the water, apparently. Can I go through the water? Okay, so you can't scale a wall, which is stupid. And I fall down. What the fuck? What the fuck? Okay. So, water is deadly? Why would they make water deadly? Like, what logical sense does that make? Once again, which smart developer said, hey, let's make water poison. Let's make water kill the player in 3 seconds. That sounds like a brilliant idea. And then they all high-fived each other. Let's make our game look like shit and let's make water kill the player in 3 seconds. And then they all went to TGI Fridays to celebrate their brilliant brainwave. I just don't understand those choices. Like, I'm not a game developer, but I've played thousands of games. Probably close to 3,000 games I've played. So, I think my opinion at least has a little bit of weight. I just don't understand how a developer can do that. Actively make their game worse. Okay, so that's a pretty steep cliff. There's a lot of resin over there. Can I actually get over there without falling? Okay, so the game does have ledge grabbing, apparently. Once again, it would have been fantastic if the game had a tutorial to actually tell you these kinds of things, but I guess a tutorial is too much. Holy shit! Too much to ask, apparently. And the game is stuttering again. Did I actually get anything? Oh, more stuttering. The game is really stuttering now. Holy shit. Okay, now. Run! Run! Ach, schnell! I don't want to fight. all of those ants. For some reason the game stuttered like a bastard there. And there's a lot of resin in the ground I'm seeing, a lot of different resources. Can I hit you guys, or are you just gonna fly away? Okay. Let's take the smooth way down. And let's try to not fall into the poisonous water again. Oh, crude hatchet. Okay, so I need a crude hatchet for that one. You motherfucker. Okay, how do you regain health? Okay, and then will this do anything? No, it doesn't say that it does anything. Like with regards to healing or anything like that. Can I craft more bandages? Let's have a look over here. So how is this literally all that I can craft? Like, how do I craft bandages and that kind of stuff? It also seems like the game doesn't really have health regeneration. Like, I'm looking at my health, it's 34. Like, it either has stupidly slow health regeneration, or it doesn't have health regeneration at all, which I don't like games that don't have health regeneration. Is that a bad ant? Aggressive ant? Mandibular pickaxe, okay. Can I pick up the small stones? No. I've actually got no idea where I'm supposed to be heading. Yeah, you're aggressive, motherfucker. Stay away. Stay away. Yeah, it looks like the game has no regeneration whatsoever. That's well nourished too. Yeah, I can't even see what it does. Like, they don't even tell you. You can't even see what the shit does. Oh, now we are regenerating. Okay. Come here. Holy crap, they have like 4x4. Like they activate 4x4 and then zoop, they go up the wall. it's really fucking stupid that the game doesn't have a tutorial. Like, how am I supposed to figure out, okay, you need to eat something in order to gain nourishment back to the level, I'm assuming it's above 80% or above 90%, and then you will start regenerating health. Like, this is the type of information that is crucial to the player, you know, because otherwise they will be under the assumption that they will always just have to craft bandages, you know. Come on, motherfucker. I also don't like the fact that you can even miss a hit like that. And I don't like the fact that the resources roll away from you. I should actually start with a heavy attack and then do light attacks after that. I think that will be easier to kill them then. Yeah, like that. Double hit. Start with a right click and then do a left click. Motherfucker. That one was quick. You see, like that effect that just happened, that little bit of a blue purple effect around the head, that is what it should look like when you activate this mode. Like just that little pulse, you know. It can either be a continuous pulse or a single pulse, and that way you wouldn't make the game look like dog shit when activating your sense thing, you know. Okay, so let's figure out where we actually need to go. Like, the game doesn't have a quest log. Like, literally, it doesn't have a quest log. So how are you supposed to, like, keep track of the quests? I don't think I've ever played a open world RPG, any RPG really, that doesn't have a quest log. Like, I don't know what to do. You're not given any direction. You're not even shown what quests you have. Like, this doesn't say shit. This doesn't say shit. Like, I don't understand. What the fuck am I supposed to do? Will this highlight it? Oh, okay, that highlights it. So when you click on someone, that at least highlights their position. Even though it doesn't state the distance, it doesn't show a little indicator while running or anything like that. You literally have to constantly look at the top of your screen. So how am I gonna get past here? Because I don't want to go into the poison. Will I be able to jump from there to there? I don't really see a branch or anything like that, really. Okay, there we go. The fact that you can't scale a wall or a little bit of an incline is also really bad. Like that really severely hampers the exploration that the player can do. So yes, it's over there. I don't understand the logic behind this mode, making the entire game look like dog crap. Hey, I found a bottle cap. Where's this dude? How is he over there now? Is he above me, or what the hell is going on? Oh. Okay, I don't really... stuttering. I don't really see a way. We'll have to run and jump. In the poison. Come on, go, go, go. Okay, go, 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 go. Ah, there we go. The combat also feels quite bad, to be honest. The combat does not feel good. And almost bloody died. How do you dodge? Like you can jump. Oh, right, left control. But I thought left control was stealth. Oh no, C is stealth. Okay. So I need to remember that left control is dodge. And there's more bloody ants over there. Can I go in here? No. Where is this dude? Way up there, or is it below, or what? There's another bull ant. Yeah, just leave me alone. Leave me alone, leave me alone. Some more stuttering. learned a bunch of recipes from him, apparently. So let's have a look. Crafting. Nope. Oh, still nothing extra. It's so irritating that they don't show you what these do. What does shelter do? What does well nourished do? So stupid. So I basically ran over here almost for nothing. I mean, I did learn a couple new recipes, like 4 new recipes from him, but otherwise than that, I ran over here for nothing. He doesn't even have a quest for me. He was indicated on my my map, but doesn't actually give me anything. Like, I thought I would have a quest or something, you know, when talking to him, but apparently not. A lot of ants down there. I don't even understand the story of the game. Like, the game doesn't have a story. Like, I don't know, it just seems very lazy, to be honest. Let's see if we can build something. I don't know, the game hasn't told me that I can even build. Oh, there's a lot of stone, but there's also ants and stuff. But there's a shitload of stone here. Building. Okay, so I'm assuming you select your building hammer that I had to craft first, and then right click structures. Okay. Foundations. Building. Twigs and leaves. Okay, that's all I can do right now is twigs and leaves, it looks like. Perhaps you will get better stuff later on, I don't know. I don't know if you have to build walls or not. Like, can enemies attack your base or anything like that? Like, I don't know. Okay, I can't build anything, so let's see if maybe if I do foundation. Okay, yes, so when I do foundation, allows me to place it. Let's see if we can do it like here, for instance. Is it gonna snap? Why doesn't it snap? Okay, it snaps over there, but not... Must be on ground. Why? Why must it be on ground? That's stupid. Look at that, must be on ground. That's fucking stupid. Like, what's the point? That's such a big limitation. Forcing the player to build their base on ground, on solid ground, and you can't even like go like this and build off the edge or something cool like that. You literally are forced to build on the ground. Like, that's a massive limitation. Really, really stupid. Must be on ground. What bullshit are you talking about? It's on the ground. Go away, I'm building, you bastard. Fucking hell. I also saw my structures taking damage, so apparently your structures can take damage. How do you repair stuff? Not giving me the option to repair. Maybe we need a crafting table or something like that. I don't know. Let's see. The workbench. Can you make a door or not? I'm not seeing a door anywhere. Oh, there we go, door, okay. Doesn't bloody well look like a door, but anyway. I'd also like to remind you there is a zero assistance, tutorial, nothing for any of this that I'm doing. Literally, I only know what I'm doing because I've played a lot of these games. If a player plays this game and they have not played a lot of these games, they will be absolutely clueless on what to do and all of that. So what's the... Are we even allowed to do this? How do you... Leaves roof, leaves floor. Can we do that? Oh, we can apparently. I wonder how far you can build, because in some of these types of games, like for instance Conan Exiles, You can build outward, but there is a kind of a physics system in the game where you can only build outward a certain amount, and if you go past that amount, then your building collapses. I'm not a particularly big fan of that type of building because this is a video game. If I want realism, I will build a house in real life. I don't really want realism in a video game like this, so I'm not a huge fan of that type of building, but doesn't seem like this game has that. I'm not seeing any warnings or anything like that. So I'm assuming it looks like you can build out infinitely. So conceivably you should be able to build from here all the way over there, you know, conceivably, but obviously I can't really test that right now because I don't really have a lot of resources, but it is definitely something that I will entertain in the future. The snapping is not very smooth, I have to be honest. I constantly have to line it up, you know. It's not smooth. They can definitely make the snapping feature a lot better. So now I wonder, like this area is not. Ah, there we go. Okay, so this, if I stand here, it is being detected as. Let me just close this thing. As sheltered. But if I stand over here, come on, then... Oh, for fuck's sake. I didn't actually mean to do that. Then I am no longer sheltered. So it seems essentially all that you need for the sheltered buff is something above you. You don't even need a floor below you. So you just need something above you. Then you are considered sheltered. So that is something worth noting for the future. Let's see what we can do with the workbench. Can you repair stuff? How do you repair stuff? You have to be able to repair stuff. Ah, we can take we can get bandages. It restores 30 health, which honestly is not a lot, but I mean, better than nothing, I guess. Wood sword, 8 to 11, 8 to 11, 8 to 11. Ah, a bow, that's interesting. But then you also need arrows. Ah, pickaxe. Okay, so we can get a pickaxe. Now we can get stone as well. Pet whistle. Oh, I saw on the screenshots on Steam that you can make a pet. You can actually fly in the game with pet, but obviously I have no idea how to do that. I'm assuming you have to tame them somehow or something. I don't know. Unfortunately, like I said, because the game doesn't have a tutorial, good fucking luck actually here we go. Good luck actually figuring all of that out, you know. Okay, repair is 3 wood, but to craft it 7 wood. Okay, so that is cheaper. It's not exactly a lot cheaper, but it is cheaper. And then you can also upgrade stuff. What does upgrading do? How much does it actually cost? So if I want to do the mandibular, nope, can't drop it over there. Wood club, nope, can't drop it over there. Torso, nope, can't drop it over there. So I don't know. I don't know. Can't upgrade apparently. I don't know. It's really fucking stupid that the game doesn't even have a tutorial. But anyway, activate spawn. We can make some food. Ant head. Is that all you can do with the ant head? Wait for protection. Yeah, we can maybe make armor out of it, maybe. I would rather make armor out of it than make food out of it right now. Okay, is there anything else we can build? Let's have a look. Okay, for that we need a screw and stone. I don't believe I can make a stone or screw. Quick torch. How long will it burn, I wonder? It doesn't say that it will be extinguished, so I'm assuming for quite a while. Doesn't give a lot of light, to be honest, but anyway, we will see how long that actually lasts. What do we want to do? So we figured out building at least. I can go get stone now with my mandibular pickaxe. Just a bandage accidentally, and yeah, that's fucking stupid. You can use a bandage while you are full health. That's really idiotic. You should not be able to use a bandage when you are full health. Like, have these developers ever played literally any games? Because there's just so many really strange design decisions which to me seem like really obvious mistakes, you know. Really obvious boo-boos that they've made. Like, I just don't understand some of the choices, you know. I still don't understand the leveling thing. Like, these attributes seem to be literally the only thing that you get. This thing over here, intelligence affects crafting, I have no fucking idea what that means. Like, zero idea. The codex is of no help whatsoever. The codex provides no information. Compendium doesn't help fucking anything. Like, the fact that you don't have a quest log and you don't have quest markers. You do have quests in the game, clearly, but there's no quest markers, there's no quest log. Like, it seems like there's no story at all in the game. It's a little bit crazy, to be honest. There's no voice acting, like I said, which is just lazy. It's laziness. I mean, I'm one person, and if I made a game, I would fucking add voice acting to it my fucking self, and my voice is terrible, and yet I would do it because a game with voice acting, even if it's bad voice acting, is better than a game without any voice acting. Like, I'm allergic to reading. I hate reading, so it's just much better. I would even take a really terrible voice acting. Like, I've played some games with really terrible voice acting, like where it's a solo developer or a very, very small team, and you can clearly hear that, like, they ordered their voice acting for their characters from, like, Fiverr, you know, like, just $10, and it's literally just a random dude, reading a script. No inflection, no feeling, nothing like that. I would take that and at least laugh a little bit at the terrible voice acting than a game without a single word of voice acting, quite honestly. Why is it not doing anything? So yeah, also the fact that, fuck off, the combat is actually quite bad in the game, really, really quite bad. The fact that your resources constantly roll away from you is really annoying. Like, that's so stupid that you literally have to chase after your resources, which wastes time. A lot of the resources are in the ground. Like, several times I have found resources where it shows them to be literally inside the ground, which obviously is a glitch or a bug, but that's bad, you know, it's just bad. The fact that the this sensing mode, it's very useful. Like, it's a very, very useful thing. But was it really necessary to make the game look like dog shit while being in this mode? I mean, the game is pretty. The game is really pretty. It runs like dog shit. Like I said, this is the worst performing game that I have ever played. And that's saying something. This game makes Crisis 1 look like fucking, I don't know what, Tetris. Like, seriously, this game, the performance is terrible. Absolutely terrible. The fact that even at lower than 1080p, literally I'm playing the game at lower than 1080p, and the game is still using 100% of a 3080 RTX. Like, why did I just use a bandage? I didn't even press 0. I didn't even press 0. What the fuck? I literally did not press 0. I pressed 5 and it used my bandage. Like, what the hell? But anyway, it's by far the worst performing game that I've ever played. No game that I've ever played comes even close to using 100% of my 3080 RTX at 310 watts of power usage. It's literally the maximum power that the card can deliver. Also, that's a bug. At 1080p, I mean, at fucking 1080p, that is ridiculous. This game has absolutely ridiculous power usage, and then on top of that, like I said, no game should ever use 310 watts of power in the menu. Literally in the menu. This game uses more graphical power than what Cyberpunk 2077 uses when playing it on high whilst in the city. Like literally you can go into Cyberpunk, go stand in the city, put the game on high at 2K resolution, and this game still uses more graphical power while you are in the menu. Like that's ridiculous. Really, it's absolutely ridiculous. The map is really low quality, quite low quality. You also can't zoom out enough. This is the maximum amount that you can zoom out. You can zoom in quite a lot, but then this is the maximum amount that you can zoom out. So that's not enough in my opinion. If you literally have to scroll like a bastard just in order to get from one side of the map to the other side of the map, then that is an indication that you aren't allowing the game to zoom out nearly enough. I don't know. The character creator is quite bad. Like they give you 3 tattoos on your face, 3 choices of tattoos on your face, and you can't even change the color. What else? The hair, I think the hair had a lot of different color choices, but not a lot of hairstyle choices. Like definitely not enough. The faces, you only get 3 different male faces, 3 different female faces. I don't know. The character creator is just low effort. They could have done a lot better job with the character creator. Like, don't limit the color of anything, like the hair, but anything. Don't limit the color that you can do. Like, allow the person to choose neon pink or neon green or neon red or whatever they want, you know. Don't give the player a palette of 10 colors, 15 colors, and then all of the colors are bland, you know, really bland. It's just like, allow the player to create their character. That's what a character creator is supposed to be. You're supposed to allow the player to create their fantasy, you know, their fantasy character. That's the point of a character creator. So I don't know. And I don't understand. Like, I understand the game, but there's no story to the game. You're just dropped into the world, and that's it. Like, there's no story from what I can see. The guy there at the beginning babbled something about a chest that is locked, and now I have to find the key of the chest that is locked, and literally all that I have to go by is this. The jeweled clover key that unlocks the apothecary's chest has gone missing. It may have been stolen. That's literally all you have. You don't have a quest waypoint. You don't have an indicator. You don't have shit. On the map, there's nothing indicating an area. Like, sometimes you will get a highlighted area for a quest or not. There's fucking nothing. Nothing. So, I don't know. The game doesn't have a story. Quite honestly, I'm a little bit disappointed at the game. Like, the game could have been good. This could be a really good game. Really good game. And there's just so many choices that the developers have made that I just do not fathom. You know, stuff like this. Like, Like, let's make our game look like dog shit. Like I just don't understand. Like that concept, that mindset of the developers seemingly have poisoned the entire game. Why does water kill you in like 2 or 3 seconds? Why does water kill you? Like, you can't scale a wall. You can't scale a wall at all, which massively limits the exploration that you can do. Like, the world is big. It's a massive bloody world. I'm sure it will take you 30 minutes or more to walk from one side of the map to another side of the map, and that's a big bloody map. It's a big bloody world, and yet your exploration options and your traversal is so limited. It's massively limited. So I don't know. It's just not a good game in my opinion. There are many issues. The game is still in early access, so the game released like 6 months ago or so. So, it's still, it can be improved. But one thing that I always say, the game must be worth the asking price right now. Like, there's no fucking use charging $30, $40, $50 for a game in early access and then saying, yeah, the game is bad right now, the game has a shitload of bugs right now, but don't worry, in the future the game will be worth the money. That's the same thing that Baldur's Gate 3 did. The developers of Baldur's Gate 3, like, I've been playing Baldur's Gate 3 since the game released, like 2 years, more than 2 years, and the game had a shitload of bugs when it first released into early access, and yet the developers still had the audacity to charge, I think, $50 or $60 for the game. And I did a review of Baldur's Gate 3 back when it was still in early access, and I did not recommend the game because the game was a bug-filled, terribly optimized piece of shit. And even now, I would still not recommend the game. Actually think I did do a review recently of Baldur's Gate 3 after it actually released, and it's still not worth $60. So you can't ask $30 in this case. You can't ask $30 for this game and say, yeah, in the future combat will be fixed. In the future we will make the axe of the player actually not go through the fucking palm or the wrist of the player, like it's doing currently. In the future, we will make the game not run like the worst optimized piece of crap that anyone has ever played, like it's doing currently. In the future, we will make the game not look like dog excrement when you use the sense ability. In the future, we will improve the character creator to not be like just a tacked on feature that we didn't put a lot of effort into. You can't do that. Game has to be worth $30 right now, and it simply is not worth $30 right now. The game is actually not enjoyable right now. I wouldn't even recommend that you pay $5 for the game right now, because the game is simply not enjoyable. Like, what's the point of paying for a game if it's not enjoyable? Doesn't matter if it's $1. If the game is not enjoyable, I wouldn't pay a single cent for the game. So it's unfortunate. I will check the game out in, I don't know, a year, maybe 2 years when the game releases, but the developers have a lot to fix, a lot of stuff that needs to be fixed. And I hope that they add voice acting to the game as well, and a story and a quest log and all of that kind of shit. So yeah, that is it, guys. Thanks a lot for watching. As always, if you want to see more reviews for any games in the future, it would be massively appreciated if you would support me on patreon.com/LFP. If there is a specific game that you want to see reviewed, then you can simply support me on Patreon and then message me and say you want this game or this game or this game looked at, and I will certainly make a concerted effort to review that specific game. So yeah, guys, that's it. Thanks a lot for watching, and I will see you guys next time.